Hello, it's me again, Madam Jennifer from Educare TZ. Welcome my lovely Form 4 students in a biology session. And in today's session, we are going to see the series of the Necta question for the year 2021. Welcome. Today's question is question number 14 for the year 2021. And it is stated that when the bell was ring after the break time, students entered into their classroom. Explain the role of each part of the air involved in hearing mechanism, which made the student to respond by entering the classroom after the bell was rung. My lovely Form 4 students, before we answer the question, we have to understand it very carefully. Here you are being given a scenario that the students and your students, when the bell is ring, kwa mfano kengele imegongwa ya paredi, kwa mfano ya breaki, mnatoka madarasani mnaenda kupata breaki. After the break time, kengele inagongwa mrudi madarasani. So this is a scenario. Kwa ili uweze kujibu hili swali, utakiwa uweze kuelezea the mechanism of hearing kwa kuonyesha zile parts of the different part of the air on how they enable the student to respond or to hear the bell sound and enter into their classroom. So this is what the question needs you to explain. By identifying the structures or the parts of the air, now you can use them to explain the mechanism of the hearing. So this topic is being derived from the topic of the coordination, and it is the Form 3 topic. Is one of the very interesting and simplest topic. In case somebody hujasoma, you're mostly welcome to search it at our media, Educare, so that you can cross-check and increase your understanding and competence on this particular topic. You have to be aware on each and every syllabus and every subsection or subtopic I have taught in this module of the coordination, so that you can have an ability to tackle different questions pertaining or which are constructed from this topic of the coordination. It's one of the very important topic because it's every year, it's one of the katika kila mwaka maswali yanatoka katika this particular topic. So in order to answer it, you are needed to have a deep understanding katika topic yetu ya coordination, especially katika ile subtopic ya sense organ, ambapo tumeona kwamba we have the 5 main sense organ. There is air, skin, eyes and tongue, as well as the nose, ambazo they are responsible for detection of the different stimulus. And we say that these sense organ are stimulus specific, meaning that the sense organ which is responsible for detection of the temperature change is not cannot detect the stimulus of the smell. So they tend to be stimulus specific. So the ear is one of the sense organ which is responsible for detection or responsible for the hearing as well as the balancing. So it's responsible for detection of the sound. And in this session, we are going to discuss a little bit pertaining the structures of the eye and on how the mammalian ear looks like. After there, we can now answer a question by giving the mechanism of hearing by involving this part of the hair. Now, welcome. So when we talk on the air is an organ for hearing and maintenance of the body balance. So this is one of the main functions of the air, which is for hearing, also the maintenance of the balance. It detects the sound wave and vibration. So this air tends to detect the sound wave as well as the vibration. Also, it's to provide information on the position of an organism. Also, this air or sikio inasaidia katika kuweza provide information on the position of an organism. That's why tunasema kwamba inasaidia katika balancing. Also, the mammalian air has 3 parts, ambapo kuna outer air, middle air pamoja na inner air. And this is the structure of the human air, how it look like. Tunasema kwamba it is made up of 3 parts. Kuna outer, middle pamoja na inner. Ambapo tukiona hapa, outer one is made up of the pinna pamoja na air canal, ambayo inasaidia katika pinna, inasaidia katika collection of the sound wave, na ear inakena inapeleka taarifa kwenda katika mid air. Tunaenda kuangalia components zake, na mid air ina transmit this vibration to the inner air, ambayo after this the sound has been perceived, the auditory nerves tend to serve the information to the brain katika brain, na hivyo mtu kuja kuwa aware on particular stimulus. Na sana hapa ni katika cerebrum is where this information is interpreted, cerebellum, katika part of the Hindu brain. So tunaona hapa kuna pinnae, kuna ear canal, katikati kuna malleus, kuna stairs, kuna oval window. Inner one kuna kuwepo na cochlea, kuna endoleaf na perileaf. Vile vile kuna auditory nerves ambazo zinapeleka taarifa kwenda kwenye ubongo. Kuna sulcus, kuna utriculus pamoja na vestibular nerves. So this all tunaenda kuziangalia na kazi zake when we discuss on the structure of the mammalian ear. So the outer ear is made up of the external pulp of skin covered by elastic cartilage, which is made up of the pinna. Cartilage, this is an elastic material. This is elastic material which is capable of bending into different directions without they being broken. So this pinna is made of this plastic or this cartilage kwa ajili ya kuweza kusaidia katika ili as one of the protection or adaptive advantage. Na one of the function of the pinna ni katika collection of the sound wave from the environment. So the pinna collect the sound wave and direct them into the inner canal. And the canal is called the external auditory meatus, and its function is also to pass the sound wave to the middle ear. So baada ya pinna collect information azipeleka kwenda katika ear canal na kuweza kuzipeleka, na hii hapa ear canal inapeleka kwenda katika mid part of the ear. Baada ya hapo, across the end of the ear canal is tympanic membrane au nyundo or eardrum, which separates the outer ear from the middle ear. Kwa katika soon after inner ear canal kuna kuwepo na hii hapa tympanic membrane or eardrum ambayo inakuwa inasaidia katika separation of the outer pamoja na middle ear. Vile vile the opening of the auditory canal is lined with fine air and the gland which secrete the wax. Kiangalia hata kwenye sikio lako, the opening katika ear canal kuna kuwepo na kama vinyueleo, na vile vile unashauriwa watu ukichukua nguo yako safi ambayo ni laini, kitambaa chako ukakiloweka, then ukasafisha sikio, utakutana na kuna uchafu. Ile pale ni wax. Ule uchafu, ile wax kwa katika sikio kuna vinyueleo pamoja na mucus ambayo inasaidia katika secretion of the wax kwa ajili ya kuweza kutrap the dust pamoja na wadudu ambao wanajaribu kuweza kuingia kwenye sikio. So that is one of the protective mechanism of the hair. Vile vile the glands are located in the upper wall of the auditory canal. Airwax guard the air against the entrance of foreign material such as dusty and microorganisms. So hapa ni moja ya kazi ya this airwax ambayo au nta kwenye sikio ambayo inasaidia katika protection of the air against the entrance of foreign material such as dusty pamoja na microorganism. Na vile vile the middle ear is positioned between the tympanic membrane and end up in a bony wall containing two small openings covered by the membrane. Also, the two membranes are oval window in which is known as the fenestra rotuda. Kwa baada this tympanic membrane ambapo be entered into two small opening ambapo tunaziita ni fenestra rotuda, and the middle ear is made up of 3 bones ambapo kuna 3 ear bone ossicle katikati hapo katika middle ear kuna 3 ear ossicle ambapo kuna incus, step pamoja na malleus. And this ear ossicle, malleus, incus pamoja na step ambapo zote zinasaidia katika mechanism of the hearing katika transmission of this vibration toward the inner ear. And this is the structure of the middle ear ambapo kuna 3 ear ossicle, malleus, incus pamoja na step. Na hii hapa ni tympanic membrane ambao eardrum ambao katika mwishoni na made up of 2 opening. Also, the middle ear is filled with air which maintain the equal pressure outside and inside the air to prevent damage to the eardrum. So katika adaptation unaona kwamba katika middle ear kuna kuwepo na this air ambayo inasaidia katika protection or maintenance of the air pressure kwa ajili ya kuweza kuzuia kupasuka kwa ngoma ya sikio depending on the pitch. Kwa mfano kama sauti ikiwa kali sana ikiwa ndogo sana, kwa sababu katika maintenance of the pressure. Vile vile there is an eustachian tube which connects the middle ear to the larynx. Vile vile katika middle ear kuna kuwepo na eustachian tube. Hii eustachian tube inasaidia katika kuweza kuconnect the middle ear pamoja na pharynx. Na ndio maana mtu kwa mfano ni rahisi sana kuweza kuambukizwa. Kwa mfano mtu akipata infection katika sikio ni rahisi sana kuweza kupata infection vile vile katika koo. Take an example, unawasha hata sikio. Unajikuta mtu anakuwa anaingiza ulimi kama kwenye koo kwa ajili ya mechanism ya kuweza kujinanili ule muwasho. So this is why. Nikuta mtu anasikia kabisa sikio linawasha, anakuwa kama anaingiza ulimi katika koo ili kwa ajili ya kuweza kusafisha sikio au kama kukuna, maana uwezo kukuna sikio. So vile vile air enter and leave the middle ear via this tube during the swallowing and it equalize the pressure. Kwa mfano wakati wa mtu kula, anapokuwa anakula, hii inamsaidia binadamu kuweza kula, anaweza akala na akawa anaongea kwa wakati mmoja, kwa sababu ya this eustachian tube inasaidia katika equalizing the air. So it contain the membranous and body labyrinth composed of two large sac-like structure known as utriculus na circulus. Na baada ya hapo, that's the component of the middle ear. Na baada ya hapo kuna the inner ear, ambayo the inner ear consists of the cavity containing a fluid called perilymph, and there are also three semicircular canal ambazo tunaziita cochlea, which is highly coiled as adaptation to hearing. The semicircular canals are attached to the utriculus, and each canal has a swollen base known as the ampulla. Hii ampulla inasaidia sana katika mechanism of the balancing. So the ampulla is coincided with the balancing and the cochlea is the organ of the hearing. Kwa unaangalia kwamba ampulla inasaidia katika balancing, lakini cochlea yenyewe imebe adapted for the hearing. Vile vile it has a tube filled with the fluid ambayo inaitwa endolymph, ambayo endolymph inasaidia katika kuequalize ile pressure. So this fluid is called present in all parts of the bony tube of the inner ear. And the cell lining of the inner surface of the cochlea and ampulla are sensory and are connected to the auditory nerve which send impulses, example the sound of the bearing, to the brain for the interpretation and giving response, which make them to enter into the class. So after discussing after seeing this part of the ear and their function, now let us answer the question which needs us to state the mechanism of the hearing which made the student to enter into the class after the bell was rung, by identifying on how this part of the ear were used in giving the response to the student also to become aware. So now let us see the mechanism of the hearing. First of all, the pinna, which is one of the outer part of the ear, the pinna collected the sound wave from the surrounding and direct them to the inner canal. Where tumeshaangalia ina direct them to the air through the air canal, ambayo ndio unapitisha sound from the pinna kwenda katika middle ear. So after pinna to collect the sound wave from surrounding and direct them to the air through the external auditory meters, which end up to the tympanic membrane. Kwa hiyo collect taarifa kutoka katika mazingira, kwa mfano ni sauti ya kengele, wanafunzi waliosikia. Taarifa zile zinakusanywa na pinna. Baada ya kukusanywa, zinapitishwa, zinaingizwa kwenye sikio kwa kupitia air canal na kuweza kuingia katika middle part of the ear. Lakini kabla ya sikio la kati kuna kuwepo na nyundo ambayo ndio eardrum. So zile sound waves zikifika pale katika eardrum, ambayo eardrum inasaidia katika separation of the outer ear pamoja na inner ear, zile sound waves zikifika pale inaanza kuvibrate. So ile vibration inapelekea nyundo na yenyewe kuanza kuvibrate. So the sound wave cause the tympanic membrane to vibrate. And then those vibration are then transmitted towards the middle ear. Hapo katika middle ear tunaona kwamba tuna 3 air ossicles, malleus, incus pamoja na step. So when the tympanic membrane vibrates back and forth, so this tympanic membrane tends to vibrate back and forth, and it forces the ossicles, or the 3 air ossicles, that is malleus, incus and step, to vibrate in the same way. So that forward and backward vibration of this tympanic membrane are transmitted again to the middle ear, where there are these 3 air ossicles, which also tend to vibrate in the same way as the tympanic membrane. So this causes the step to move rapidly forward and backward like the piston in the oval window. So this vibration caused the step, as one of the components of the 3 air ossicle, to move more rapidly forward and backward like the piston in oval window. And after that, the connected ossicle increase the force of vibration, and as a result it implies the sound wave. So this the function of these 3 air ossicle is to increase the surface area as a facilitators. So these 3 air ossicle increase the force of vibration. These are one of the adaptation of the 3 air ossicle to increase the force of the vibration, and as a result it implies the waves. It depends on the intensity of the sound wave which has been collected by the P9. Also, the vibration of the step against the over window set up wave in the fluid in the cochlea. So this vibration of the 3-air ossicle tend to be transmitted or cause also the over window which was at the rest. Meaning that hizi 3-air ossicles zilikuwa zina vibrate, lakini this component, this over window ambayo ipo between the middle na pamoja na inner air ambayo ipo katika stationary. So this vibration, this 3-air ossicle inaanza kupush, meaning that 3-air ossicles zipo katika vibration like au katika motion, yapo over window ipo stationary. Kwa hivyo this vibration the step against the over window inaenda ku set up wave, natengeneza wave like kwenda katika cochlea ambayo ni one of the structure of the air which is responsible for the hearing. So the vibration of the fluid cause the basilar membrane to vibrate. So this vibration, this wave-like motion which cause the vibration of the fluid which has contained within the cochlea with the perilif, inapelekea the basilar membrane vile vile kuweza kuvibrate. Na baada ya hapo, they stimulate the sensory hair cell on the basilar membrane to send the nerve impulses to the brain through the auditory nerves. So baada ya ile basilar membrane kuanza kuvibrate, now ina stimulate the sensory hair cell ambazo zipo katika ile vibration ambayo inabidi transmit kwenda katika basilar membrane, inapelekea zile sensory cell ambazo sensory cell kazi yake katika detection of the sound waves, ambazo zimebi all this vibration which has been transmitted now zinapeleka sasa taarifa au nerve impulses to the brain through the auditory nerve. The nerve impulses tumesema this is electrical signal that's transmitted to the brain for the interpretation. So these nerve impulses, once they are sent to the brain for the interpretation, they are sent through via the auditory nerve ambayo inakuwa inapeleka taarifa kwenye ubongo. In case kama